Guys, what's up? It's Josh Malavoice here at my local big box wholesale store, and cruising the aisles smooching free samples, but just kind of thinking, what happens when you put dish soap in a swimming pool? Today, I think we're going to find out. I've got a customer that is obnoxious. She is abrasive, she's nasty, she's mean, and we're going to dump a big box store size bottle of dish soap into her swimming pool. And we're going to see what happens. How are we going to clean it up? How are we going to deal with it? How much suds and foam are we going to have at this bubble party? Let's find out.
Put it on top.
Yeah. 90 ounces. 102 ounces. Wait a minute. Oh, yes. 135 ounces. Now, dish soap can actually be a handy little tool when it comes to swimming pools using the right amount. A couple ounces of diluted dish soap, 2 parts water, 1 part dish soap, squirted on the surface of a pool will cause the surface tension of the water to break just enough to cause all of the debris floating on top of the water to congregate around the edges, making skimming a heck of a lot quicker and easier for you. In this case, I don't know how much. We got 135 ounces of dish soap going into about a 12,000 gallon pool. I think it's going to do more than clear the debris, and it might cause some headaches. Now, before you get on my case about doing a customer wrong and all that stuff, we got to keep in mind, this is no ordinary customer. She calls me on my personal cell phone at all hours of the day, even on Sundays. She brings up personal crap. She never pays her bill on time or anything. And she's just an all-around thorn in my side. So, you know, I think we're going to give her her just desserts, and it's only fair. So, all right, let's do this, guys. So this pool's about a year old. As much of a pain as the customer is, they're out of town, and this pool is state-of-the-art. It has got the latest in bells, whistles, trinkets, and automation. It's a nice pool. It sure would be a shame if somebody poured 130 ounces of dish soap into it. So this is a really stupid thing. And when it comes to safety here at Swimming Pool Science, we're not really concerned, at least when it comes to our kids. But we are concerned when it comes to your children. A couple things to consider. When somebody goes underwater, they're no longer visible. If they pop up in the wrong place, you see how high those bubbles are? It's extremely dangerous. You might aspirate soap. Also, the soap is extremely alkaline. It will burn the eyes, just like if you got shampoo in your eyes. This is not a good idea. We do not recommend doing this. This pool does have to be drained, and that's the only reason we decided to do something this stupid and crazy, is because this pool will get drained, washed, and hosed down. The filters are getting cleaned, and we're gonna start with a fresh palette. Do not try this at home. So in addition to this being an extremely dangerous swimming situation, we've also completely wreaked havoc on the water chemistry. Now, depending on what soap you kind of use, such as an antibacterial soap, some antibacterial additives to soap can combine with the chlorine in the water to create a little chemical that Tommy and I, when we were roommates, used to prank our roommates with, called chloroform. Now, if you're familiar with chloroform, you know how dangerous that can be. Imagine you're in this pool, you're breathing chloroform, you slip under the water, no one can see you, you're dead. The soap we're using is a biodegradable type soap, and now we've got to clean up the mess. So,
All right, it's time to clean this mess up. We're gonna try some foam stop.
So in addition to a good foam stopping product, vinegar mixed down with water in a spray bottle is also going to help with the suds and the emulsification to break that down, because we have extremely alkaline water, and anytime we can break that cycle given a foam situation, that is going to help reduce the bubbles. However, we're going to have a lot of work to do, so we're going to come back tomorrow, check the water chemistry, and see where things are at. And we're going to see what happens when we balance things back out, if we can get this thing to clear back up. But ultimately, we will end up draining this thing because it is way overdue for a water change. All right, guys, well, it is the day after, about 16 hours after we had our little foam party over here. Water, significantly cloudier than what we experienced when we first started. See the pool and the spa? There it is, water significantly cloudier. Water chemistry, not too bad, actually. Sitting at about a 1 on the chlorine. It's hard to see and read that color scale, but it's a 1 on the chlorine. And we're almost hitting 7.4 on the nose on the pH, so I'm actually impressed with how the chlorine held up. Our phosphates, however, they are looking pretty massive. We are probably 1,000 plus on our phosphate levels. So what we've got right now is a situation where, you know, we could get a pretty significant algae bloom in here if we weren't careful. So we're gonna now have to add some phosphate remover to this to get those phosphates back under control, get them back down closer to 0 parts per billion, and continue to see what we can do to get this thing back under control before we do actually drain it. Well, guys, I know it's a little bit dark, but we did have to end up draining the pool. I am also tearing down the filters in order to hose all the residual soap that's out of there. There's a lot of residual soap that was left along the lining of the pool surface. And so it was necessary to drain the pool after everything we did. But you know, just keep that in mind. If you do end up with soap in your pool, or you want to actually do this, you're gonna have a lot of work ahead of you in cleaning it up and taking care of things. Also keep in mind the safety issues. It is not a smart thing to do, especially if you're gonna have friends over. The liability, the cost, it's just not a great idea, but you know, we're Swimming Pool Science. We do these things so you don't have to. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Flippin' sweet. This thing